Hey everyone, my name is Lily and I'm the blogger behind Utopia State of Mind, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a book haul. This is mostly finished copies. I know that I said that I was going to do things by like arcs and versus finished copies, but this is 99.9% finished copies I've gotten in the last, I don't know, a couple months, and then one arc. So I'm only including the one arc because it's not going to fall into my October arc haul because it's from November and I don't have actually any others from November. So what I'm going to do right now is try to take this giant pile off of the floor because it is really big. I don't actually know if I can even hold it. But oh my gosh, this is it. These are all the books. I'm going to put them down because this is a lot of books. So let me just chat about them first. Let's just begin with a few books that I tracked down finished copies with on a book trading group. So the first is a copy of Grown. I really loved Grown. I think Grown is my favorite Tiffany Jackson book. I've read all of Tiffany Jackson's books except the new ones, and Grown I think is my favorite. What is my second favorite? I think my second favorite might be Monday's Not Coming. So Grown's my favorite, and finally I have a copy of this one. The next one is Paola, Santiago, and the River of Tears. I'm very excited for this one because I've actually read this one, and I think the second one, but I'm happy to have this one because I want to put more middle grade books on my shelves. I tend to pre-order a lot of YA or adult stuff, and so not really that much middle grade. So I was happy I could find this for a good deal. I'm pretty sure this is the first one. Yeah, because I think the second one is Forest of Nightmares. So loved this one. Next one is Martinez and the Moonlight Beginning of Everything. I recently read How Fuentez Fell in Love with the World or the Universe. I can't remember, but that was his author's second book. So I actually wanted to read this one. It's also a sci-fi. I'd been hearing a lot about it, but because I loved Fuentez so much, I feel like now I have to read this one. Also, this cover is very pearlized and gorgeous, so very excited for that one. And the last one is This Is My America by Kim Johnson. I haven't heard that much about this one, but Nick Stone blurbed it, and I really love Nick Stone's books, so I knew that I had to read this one. The next two in books that I bought myself, the label for these books are still on the back, so I have to take them off, but it's Generation Misfits by Akemi Dawn Bowman. I read all of Akemi Dawn Bowman's books except this one, so I was so happy to find this at a thrift store, and I really love that it is a hardcover copy. I'm going to be reading this ASAP this year. It is Akemi's middle grade first middle grade release, so I'm very excited for this one. The next one is Darius the Great Deserves Better. I found it in the same charity bookshop, and I loved it so much. I loved Darius the Great. I've actually loved all of Adib's books. I loved Darius Great. I loved this one, Darius the Great Deserves Better. I love Kiss and Tell. I love all of them. And so I'm slowly building up my Adib collection. I think, am I done with it? I'm looking at my shelf right now. I have Kiss and Tell, and I know I have Darius the Great Deserves Better, but I'm not sure if I have just Darius the Great Is Not Okay. So I need that one, and then I think I'm going to be finished so far with the collection. The next one's publishers sent me. I'm going to share my most surprising favorite arc for last. I'll just flash it up there so you know what to look forward to. But these ones publishers sent me, and it is a copy of Siren Queen, which is my favorite of this author's stuff. Although I really loved the novella series, The Empress of Salt and Fortune, When the Tiger Comes Down the Mountain. And they sent me a finished copy, which I really was surprised by because I'd reviewed this and already said that I loved it. So now I can just review it even more, and also more on Instagram. I really like to have my finished copies there because they do better on Instagram. This seems to be what the people want. But also this is super pearlescent. I'm at the mercy of natural lighting right now. That's why I am getting lighter and darker. So I'm not sure if you can see the pearlescent touches, but I'm so excited to have a finished copy of this one. The next one is that I was sent a copy of Venom, Dark and Sweet. This is the second one in the Magic Steeped in Poison duology. Loved it so much. I've already read the sequel. I loved it a lot. It is just so... It capitalizes on everything I really loved about A Magic Steeped in Poison and kind of develops it and expands it. The next one is that I received a finished copy of The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. This was just so cute. One of my favorite romance books that I've read this year, fantasy romance and also romance books. This one just took me aback with how much I loved it. I'll leave all the reviews to the books I've already read below, but I'm really excited to have this paperback one. I also haven't seen yet my book box edition. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but a book box edition yet. So when I do in my future hauls, I will let you know what it looks like. I also got a finished copy of the Oleander Sword. I love Tasha Sori's books so much. The Oleander Sword like devastated me. If you haven't read it yet, which I'm not exactly sure, and I'll be posting this video, so you might have read it yet, you might not have read it yet. This book, you're in for a lot of emotional pain, I guess, in a good way, but also like a devastating way. The Oleander Sword is a fantastic book. I cannot wait for book 3 already, so please give it to me. And I just really love this book, so I'm happy to have a finished copy of this one. The next one is that I was sent a copy of The Perfect Crime, which is a crime story anthology with 22 crime stories. What got me in the was the contributor list. So my favorite ones, Sylvia Moreno Garcia was definitely the one where I was like, okay, I have to read Sylvia's story so much. So that was here as well. I felt like I knew some other authors as well from this, but it's not showing me all of them on the back. But anyway, I'm really excited for these because I've been kind of wanting to read more mystery crime kind of books. So this is going to be 22 kind of like little mystery crime short stories. So excited for this one. I'm not a huge anthology person, but I have very high hopes for that. The next one is that Macmillan sent me this cute PR box, and it had a paperback of Blade of Secrets, which I was surprised with how much I love Blade of Secrets. I'll leave my reviews below as well, but basically magical blacksmithing meets ethics and power questions, like are we responsible for the kind of powers we unleash on the world, and a hardcover copy of Master of Iron, which is the sequel to Blade of Secrets. I'm really excited for this one, and I've read it already, and it is so fabulous. I wasn't really sure what to expect after Blade of Secrets, and not really being prepared for how much I would love it. But Master of Iron is fantastic. It is a really great sequel. They also sent it with some cute things. They sent it with this poster, which I already had from Blade of Secrets when they sent me a copy of that book. And they also sent it with this necklace of this hammer, which matches the hammer on the book. You won't really be able to see the hammer very well, but just know it's kind of like a bronzy gold recreation of this. So I'm definitely going to be, you're going to see that in like future photos of mine. But yeah, I'm happy about that. Quickly, before we talk about my really, really surprising, like I cannot believe they sent this to me arc, I want to show you that I got my pre-order goodies for this Vicious Grace, which was this really, really cute lemon tote bag and this very, very cute sticker that says forbidden fruit is the sweetest. I also got my pre-order poster for This Wicked Fate. So very excited for both of those. I know that I hadn't really said if I was going to show kind of book-ish mail that I got in these hauls, but I decided to anyway. So excited about that. And now the arc, I got a copy of Shipwrecked. If you read, spoiler alert, or All the Feels, you'll know that I really loved, I can't remember. I don't remember if I've read both of them, but I think I have read both of them. But I really loved All the Feels. Actually, no, I don't know if I've read spoiler alert. I really loved All the Feels. And so I was really surprised that I even got a copy of this. I was not expecting it at all. So thank you very much, Yvonne. I cannot wait for this. I don't really get a lot of like romance arcs. I mostly get kind of fantasy, sci-fi, adult, YA kind of things. So this is actually kind of like really really emotional for me, or really surprising for me. So when I got this in my mailbox, which I was not expecting, I was kind of like, whoa. I'm so happy because I've been trying over the last couple of years to branch out into romance books, mostly because I'm finding a lot of comfort and joy and happiness and like saving my mental health, or not saving it, but like trying to relax it by reading romance reads. And so it is just so affirming that I have this, I guess. So I wanted to end it on this note. This is also releasing in November, so I will have to jump into this basically as soon as I can. I'm supposed to start Love on the Brain later today. But yeah, I'm just like so happy that I got this, and I knew that's what I wanted to end this video on. So thank you so much for watching this latest book haul. It was kind of all over the place, but mostly finished copies. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!